Welcome to the arena! Today's match. Elf versus Hobgoblin. Man versus man. Empire versus Empire. Yep, today it's the second part of the, I don't know, absolutely horrific war against the command. And yeah, we're going back in. We're going back in. Last time we had some hiccups, some problems. We don't talk about that, but all things considered, it's going fine enough. At least up until now, we are in a somewhat winning position. And I think we did end on burning down their HQ, so that's something. Now we just have to try and capitalize on that. And also play a bit defensively, because if I remember correctly, the main plan was, still is, to wait until we can get another draft, and then that draft will be enough to carry us through any potential problems and fights that we might have. But it still is, if I remember right, 2 years until the next draft. Well, until we can get the draft potentially. Because when is it? The 40th. Well, I guess more like 2 years and a half almost is closer to what we're looking at. But it's not impossible. It's not impossible. We have taken the central lands of the command. They have taken a number of fortresses as well. So I think the plan... And yeah, also what was the main situation was the fight is turning because they are basically running out of infantry. They are running out of frontline troops. So yeah, we do kill them quite a bit, but we also don't have that much manpower left in the reserve. So I think for now we have a movement speed bonus, we have a siege ability bonus, which is 25%. Also, I forgot we did get a third thing. What was that? Monthly war exhaustion down. Okay, yeah. Fury. I only now read the name of it. Fury of the Shamans. I don't quite get the meaning behind that, but sure. Sure enough. Also, yeah, we have to think about getting rid of more privileges, as we can almost get 100 absolutism. We are very close, but it would be nice to actually get 100. So yeah, we'll have to see about that. And I guess the Jaharian statute for the mages reduces absolutism by 5. So we do have to get rid of all of these 3 if we want actual full bonuses. But yeah, that's not the worst. Also, before we get back into the war, I did quickly want to take a look. Is there anything interesting happening in other parts of the world? And Gaved is fighting the Dame's Crown for reasons. Actually, who started this? Oh, I guess maybe Dame's Crown? Did they... Oh no, defend... Wait, they are defending against Tarakar. Huh? Oh, Gaved is allied with Tarakar. Okay, so this is a bit of a messy just fight. How are the gnomes doing? My poor gnomes. Portnam beat them up. Oh, the Portnamese gnomes. They're a wizard. You're a wizard, Ari. Congratulations. Which is a bit unusual. I think gnomes are meant to be less magical, more technological. But I guess they can do a few things. But okay, that's enough of that. And nothing interesting going on anywhere else, I think, at least as far as we are aware. Binvarji is expanding. Yeah, 100,000 troops. That's quite something. And in the south, oh, Drake's Guard. Yeah, Drake's Guard is taking over. And Amayon seems to be doing okay, I think. Then also, who are these Apikoxi? They're also doing right. Well, interesting. And Larankar is dying. Yes. Yes, indeed. So, back to our situation. Now, the entire command military is basically right here, but I don't wanna mess with them too much. We have just beaten one of their armies, so I think my plan would be we have a year's worth of extra siege ability, which I think I'm inclined to use to... It could be good to get these two fortresses of theirs, because then we could occupy basically the entirety of their western territories, which is the same thing that I have done in the previous two wars, and it has worked quite nicely. And then, if we have the chances left over, we can try to relieve some of our other forts that they have occupied. I think that could be a way to do it, because also if we take away these territories, they will have less places to retreat to, which I am sort of considering. So I guess let's see, where are our siege armies? We get our siege armies, send them out to... we had to... Yep, there's another fiver. And then the rest... the rest, I guess we keep somewhere close by. The rest, I think we keep somewhere close by. Just spread them into certain territories. We need to definitely recover manpower, get that back to the front. Yeah, what was it? Idea-wise, we don't really have anything super... Yeah, everything still is the same old. Missions are... The missions we're also waiting on. Admittedly, we are very close to getting 100 mandate. And I'm pretty sure when we get that, I will be doing one of the reforms. And we will complete one of the missions. And yeah, I have thought about the stewardship reforms, which I think simply because of the fact that I think, like, if you don't start as Keterata, I would say it's basically worthless to try and do these big ones. At least I don't think it would be overly worth it. Like, there are some very good ones in the Ahati tree, but it's like the last ones. It's the last ones, and I just don't think we would realistically get there. It takes quite a while to get the mandate. And, yeah. So instead, I think maybe we will pick up a few of these separate ones. Specifically the Mend the Broken. And then maybe... yeah, just the yearly... Yeah, the Day of the Ket. That one's good. And then that would also unlock ceremonial barges, which more importantly just reduces the effects from the pleasure barge events. And then, like, I think there was maybe one more we could potentially do. But yeah, and then I think that would basically be it. And we just then basically just sit at full mandate, sit at full hedonism, maybe start popping the decrees more often, stuff like that. I don't think we'll be doing too much with the stewardship, which honestly is also fine. I did take it as a sort of side project. So, okay, with all of that figured out, I guess it's time to get back in the fight. And yeah, I think I do want to prioritize sieging their provinces and not freeing our own. Maybe it's a bit weird, but I think their territories hold more. Well, sieging their provinces hurts them, right? That's the main thing, it hurts them. Meanwhile, us losing these territories doesn't really hurt us that much, or at all even. So yeah, that's the main approach I have here, because where do we have, like, I don't actually have most of this stated. So, like, yeah, we just not many problems. It is annoying, and honestly going and crushing the Ashjakuman army, which is just sieging everything, could be nice. But I guess at this point they are a bit far in there. Actually, if we capture these forts, we could maybe walk around. That could also be something. Okay, we'll keep the armies that are wounded in our territory so that they can recover more quickly. Also, oh, what's this? Looks like some other fight has started here. Who's getting up to what? Mo Huang. Oh, Mo Huang and the Elephant and Tiger Command are fighting. Now, I do wonder who started this. Okay, Mo Huang started it. Oh, they have some sort of special CB, looks like, against the Elephant Command. Okay. Admittedly, yeah, Mo Huang has gotten quite big. They definitely have benefited from me breaking a lot of alliances in the area. And yeah, I guess I have sort of ignored it, but we are... There is a coalition against us. Though it's... What? It's the Dahui, Mo Huang... And I guess Kabde Talani? Who else even... Do they even have enough people that they can physically make a coalition? That's a bit weird. I thought you needed 5 at least. But, well, maybe they... Oh no, I guess they have... I guess Lot Dekang also... No, Lot Dekang isn't there. Well, I guess that's a problem for another time. Water shortage, very nice. Yeah, Prukakin. Well, I'm pretty sure that coalition will go away once we finish this fight, because currently we are getting, I guess, damaged, and our manpower is draining and so on. And the command is offering peace. No, no, no. We are, That'll be a shift of 100 power projection. No, no, command. We are murderizing you entirely. That is the goal here. Ooh, nice. That was a very nice surrender. Which I think... 67,000... It would be nice to keep that fort. And like, we do have some manpower that we can lose. It's not like we're completely dry. We can take a few fights here or there. It would be very beneficial if we could... If we could do something here. You are still... Okay, you are still wounded. But you are our best general. Okay, honestly, all of you get ready to attack this army. Okay, just to make sure, which general do we need to get in first? The one in the injured force. Okay. Now, what days do you all arrive in? 10th, 10th, 10th. I guess I need to make sure that... Which army is it now? Goes in 1 day early. So that general gets assigned. Oh yeah, because Panoril also has land fire damage plus 10%. So you need to go in 1 day early. Okay. So this will be a biggin. Yeah, they finished a siege down there, not the end of anything. Okay, and then everyone else hops in. Yeah, the rolls definitely not on our side. Okay, well, yeah, on the shock phase, oh, they retreated. But we still inflicted decent enough casualties, not as much as I wanted to, because, yeah, they did decide to start running away. Which isn't perfect. They have been doing that quite often now, just fleeing. Which is definitely not what I really want. Okay, meanwhile here, let's send... Let's send some troops down, get rid of the Jade March. They should be an easy enough pick-off. Okay. Oh yeah, well yeah, that's... Okay, that's... Yep, yeah, as I said, an easy pick-off. That is definitely in our favor. Yep, plus we kept one of our forts safe. So that's very nice. And also, they are spreading out, which is again bad for them. This okay, sack of Sharaja, which is a nice way to get some army professionalism. Very cool. So now we control all of these cities, and okay, it does look like they are rocking up an army to get their capital out, but we can definitely go and intercept that army. That's something we can definitely do. You carry on north. You also carry on north. Actually, one of you stay down here. Mercantilism. Yeah, sure, give me mercantilism. Disease outbreak, very cool. Okay, this 50k... Then again, wait, this 50k stack is walking around without a general. Oh, because they still are in a shattered retreat. Okay, but, well, still, they don't have a general. That could definitely be something. But yeah, first things first, we crush the forces that are trying to relieve their capital. Okay, just get in there now. Okay, yeah, they did reapply a general instantly. But oh lordy, look at this. Even with a terrible shock phase roll, we still deal absolutely horrific damage to them. Shame it wasn't enough for a stack wipe, but at this point, 4,000 casualties on our side. Meanwhile, they take close to 20. So that's very much working out. Oh. Yeah, a bit of a shame that they didn't get stack wiped. But, well, they definitely do not have the manpower to refill their troops. Plus, we can definitely snipe some of these just random little regiments here. It might not be a lot, but, well, lose a few thousand here, a few thousand there, and those thousands then don't make it to the actual front. Which is definitely nice. Okay. Okay. Pleasure, but... okay, the 1,500 crowns isn't really an issue. We have the money, but losing 11,000 manpower at this point is exceedingly bad. That does mean we are basically dry. It does mean we are basically dry. So... where are our siege generals? Okay, we have both of them here. Oh, and also we are full on Diplo power. Can we do anything with that? War exhaustion is fine. Nothing needs reducing. We could promote mercantilism, which, or honestly, we could also just develop some lands. I think that is by far the best thing to do. So let's see, development, prices, Trasuran, oh, in these provinces, yeah, sure, we can chuck in some of this. Wine is good. Okay, down to 600. I guess we can stay there for now. Stay there for now. And yeah, the command is down to 100,000. So we have 50,000 right here, which is mostly replenished. And then we have 50,000. Okay, so this is all they have. They have two 50k stacks and then some randomly spread out troops. That's what they are working with. Obviously, they are also regening manpower, and they regenerate definitely more than we do. Hey, what's this also? University of Ebushuptu. The University of Ebushuptu has attracted a new strand of teachers and students who are eager to modernize the institution. They are asking for funding to open a new college where they can further develop what they call new science, with a more experimental outlook and what they claim to be a less dogmatic approach to the world. Of course, within the existing academy, there is some resistance to these would-be reformers. They argue that the money could be better spent supporting the existing institution, as new ideas are not necessarily better ideas. Yeah, I have to say, paying 2,000 gold for 4.5 innovativeness is not quite the dream. And 50 admin is 50 admin. I think I'll just give me the 50 admin. Because if we could push... I guess we can pick up some... Yeah, mages 7.5, the Gomo 7.5. Yeah, we are picking up ideas for 325, which is quite good. So we could get optimism, then expanded policies, and then we would have the finisher. And also, what policies did we already have access to? Production efficiency. Okay, yeah, we could get right away modern siege weapons when we finish innovative. And that is +1 leader siege and +10 siege ability, which is very good. That would mean, as a bare minimum, all of our leaders would be 2 siege, so realistically more around 3 or 4. And then siege ability is just always nice. So... we have to watch out what the command stacks do, because there is 100,000 of them combined. And also, yeah, I have to get someone around and clean up in the behind. Oh, nice. I think, did we still take attrition from that or no? Okay, start reforming a little bit. Also, what's that? Some unrest? Oh, well, okay, that's basically nothing. And for some reason they do not... Oh no, they do have a general there. Just the Ashjakuma regiment, for whatever reason, is hiding it. Very cheeky. Okay, let's slowly... Okay, no, we wait a little bit. I don't even... I'm a little bit skeptical now about even, like, going into their territory simply out of concerns for the attrition. I would much prefer not losing anything if possible. We can slacken recruitment at any point, but again, I would prefer not to. And also, again, I do want to stop them from taking... but is it worth it? I do want to stop them from taking the cities, or I guess retaking them. Or should I literally just sit on the spot? We could just wait. Like, we are currently winning, we have taken a few fights which have reduced their troops, we could just walk around and try to snipe off all the little stacks, and maybe recapture some forts. Because again, we have gotten through almost a year. Maybe it would be better to not worry overly much. Yeah, honestly, I think I will not take any more fights with the command armies. I just don't think that's gonna... Oh, but we are getting a call for peace. I didn't think we would get... I guess what everyone is at low war enthusiasm. I guess everyone is at low war enthusiasm, so that has forced the call for peace. Yeah, the war is won. And your people tire of the continued occupation. Well, yeah, at last I think even freeing our territory wouldn't help much. Now, I didn't want to do this, but... Well, let's see, can we squeeze out all the territory that I want from them? All the territory I want, and maybe a bit more. So how much money can we get from them? Only for only 4.5k. Okay, they are willing to go up to a peace offer of 80. Yeah, we have claims on all of this. Well, we could potentially beat up this army of theirs and then... Okay, I think honestly, while we still have while the call for peace is still a bit on the lower end, because we do have we have currently an active reduction of 0.1 a month for war exhaustion, so we can drag it out a bit. We can definitely drag it out a decent bit. Damn, 16 days for Ravayashapal. Okay, stream on in. Oh yeah, plus this is a city. Oh, and that... Oh, those are excellent rolls. Those are two excellent phases off the back of each other. Again, we didn't stack wipe them simply because their morale is so goddamn good. But look at that. Look at that. That is fantastic. And I think we can use that momentum to go and recapture a bunch of our land, hopefully. Dora 4, actually, we'll send you up here. Dame Steer deposit exhausted. No! Aska Brazil. Well, at least they got iron. So, I ain't gonna complain about iron. Iron's good. Steel in our bones. So you stay here. Yeah, they are basically carpet sieging if we can just break through and get in there. Now when the leader died, but not one of the siege ones. So that's less of a worry. Yeah, the incredibly high fort defense of the command definitely makes this a hassle. But we have some very good siege generals, so they can help it along. Damn, they got the disease outbreak and abandoned the siege. Good, good. How much? Yeah, they're down to 80,000. They're down to 80,000 in the field. And also, I guess, if we free our territory, that will reduce our war exhaustion, and I guess it might even reduce the call for peace, since, well, if we start regaining our land, the people very well might like that. I guess actually, yeah, send everyone. Oh, we can pass through here. Okay, we can just pass through now. So that's good. And I guess looks like they have reorganized their entire army just into one stack. They literally have no more left. Which I think that one stack we can just ignore. Like, it's not causing us much trouble or anything. Well, I guess it is causing trouble here and there, but we can just ignore it. We have like 6 armies walking around sieging stuff. Meanwhile, they have effectively like 1. Or I guess maybe 2 if we count some of their vassals. And also, I could be doing this much more efficiently by splitting our armies up, and also like carpet sieging a bit more, but I feel like I would just miss. I would end up missing an army somewhere or something, and we would end up with more losses again than we do gains. Like here, for example, have to watch out. The 70k are rocking up. You absolute... Okay, we can quickly, please... Yes, you have... Okay, nice. Just quickly hire a general who has some amount of movement, and they can escape. Yeah, I guess they are still willing to take some attacks against us. But at this point, I'm just gonna prefer avoiding them. And I guess, yeah, if we... Since we now have good maneuver on most of our leaders, we actually don't even... Oh yeah, plus I guess... Oh wait! We don't... I thought we would still take attrition if we are fighting in enemy-occupied territory, but I guess if it's your territory and you are unsieging it, you just don't get attrition? Yeah, that's something that I haven't learned in my however many 100 hours of playing this game. Oh well. Yeah, plus also 4 siege. kind of missed that part. They can go and help out. Okay. The Jade March is moving in the back. But honestly, as long as they don't take the fortresses, it doesn't matter. Perfect, that's another one gone. That's another fort as well. We are sweeping through quite nicely. Because I would, if nothing else, I do want to get like 100 war score, 100 worth of war score out of this. That would be the perfect outcome. Which actually, wait, where is that? Well, okay, it doesn't really matter if we complete that mission now. I think maybe instead of taking some of this territory, I guess we can take this much up until the city, then leave the rest, and then take money. Take as much money as we can squeeze out. So now we can go up to 87. Which I think if we unsiege a few more forts, we should be able to get 100 worth. Okay, that was, yeah. And yeah, the call for, because we have that bonus, the call for peace isn't really that problematic. We can tough it out for a bit. Yeah, oh, we are actually gaining manpower. I guess, yeah, we aren't losing anything here to attrition. This is actually going perfectly. And another magical experiment gone wrong. Well, the mages... I think the mages will be mages. What, honestly, like... Stop being so stressed about it. Well, they blew something up. Not the end of the world, is it now? Yeah, meanwhile, the command is still... I guess they're not dying a lot, but they are still dying to attrition in our territory. So that's something. Yeah, plus once we... ancient tome located. Yeah, we can spend some power. And yeah, we get these forts back and they start instantly converting all the... They start converting all the land. Love to see it. Plus at this point, how are... Okay, the Dach, we are reconquering Dragon Command territory. The Elephant Command is fighting Mo Huang. Yeah, though I guess, is there... I think at this point it's also a bit problematic because I literally think there aren't any enemies on the border of the command who actually would want to take anything from them. I think, well, actually, I guess no, Mo Huang doesn't have any claims. I guess, yeah, well... Mostly just thinking about the fact that no one else will continue beating them up after we peace out. But I guess that's just to be expected at this point. Oh, come on, 78, 71, some of these sieges could be finishing a bit more quickly. We need to unsiege more quickly than they can siege. And okay, I think we have to retreat. from this one. They might be... Oh, or from here. Okay, sure, fall back. Their 70k stack is up to no good. Oh, disease outbreak. That's definitely not what we need. Another Splendor ability, though I think we... Yeah, I guess the harsher treatment, sure. Oh my god, up to 85, come on. What is it with these sieges? Very not... And then that one finishes in 35 days. Sure. Sure, you do that. Oh no, spy network reduction. Boo! That helps us. That helps us in the sieges. So another failure. What's our... Okay. I guess war exhaustion is actually adding up now. So maybe... I definitely want to get at least these 2 forts. Yeah, but that's one of them. And I want to get that one freed up. Oh shit, they took Askas. I guess we don't have a fort in Askasur and they literally just walked in with a shitty 4k stack. Oh, I should have been watching out for that more. Yeah, I'm pissed. The fact that they hold our capital now actually is a real swing. Well, that's kinda shit. I guess we could break through and go free it. I think that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Yeah, might, if only this siege wasn't taking a year. And actually, speaking of year, we are only 2 months away from the next exemplary vote when we can get a draft. And that will fix all of our manpower issues, and we can see this through to the end. Okay, this finished finally. Also, their 70k stack is coming around. Oh no, they're not coming around. And the festival for Surreal. Alas, I don't think we are full on stability and full on everything. I don't think we're in much of a need here for anything, really. Okay, so yeah, I definitely want to get our capital back. Also a bit of a pain in the ass that the Jade March is freeing. Oh, and a powerful mage escapes the command. Well, thank you. We can definitely put you to use. A bit late maybe to the party, but you know, better late than never. Okay, we have to... And how long until the exemplary? 3 more days. 3 more days, yep, we'll let that come through. And we have an exemplary vote now. Give me that draft. If no, we'll have to start the draft. 102,000 manpower. Yes, thank you very much. And this will... what else did we lose? I think there was some Grand Army commissions. And hey, suddenly we have manpower. Suddenly we have manpower. I assume that should swing also our war enthusiasm, because the game should now know that, hey, actually we are pretty dope, if you think about it. Actually, we have a good few men fighting on our side. So yeah, we now crush through the command lines, go free our capital, which I sort of forgot about. And we just absolutely mess them up. Honestly, these armies make sure that they don't take the city. This will also finally get rid of the Ashjakuman military. Yes, get out of my land. This is our land, not yours. Well, we are sort of invading them, I guess. So maybe it's a bit of a moot point. Okay, they are... Okay, they haven't yet taken any big cities. Can we get through here? Oh, we can just pass through here. Send these armies through then. We get 50% national tax for a year. Isn't that cool? Okay, they are, yeah, they are marching in there. I guess they have entirely abandoned the idea of fighting, and now they are just running through, trying to siege down as much stuff as they can. And okay, we can get another moderate tolerance increase for the Horimari. At this rate, I think we should have the Horimari integrated quite soon. I think maybe one more event. And we should get them. Okay, they might... Ah, shit, if they retake that city, that could be a pain. Just send one of these armies over. Barging into sorrow. Oh well, this is actually one of the better events. Okay, so we are back to 100 hedonism as well. So very soon, yeah. Okay, I guess devastation is now taking this down, but actually this is basically 50. It would be nice to pop the mission of Sorel and the Ket when we need stability, but I guess stability isn't such a big thing. I guess in the middle of this war, it checks out perfectly that this is the time when we go to ask the Ket for assistance, for Mend the Broken, because that will be manpower recovery speed. And okay, so it will be 50 hedonism, 1 stability, and 70 mandate that we have to pay for this in total, if I understand correctly. So, boom. Okay, yeah. But now we can fix that up by doing Sorel and the Ket, which we have been saving. Theologians have long argued, what is the purpose of the Ket in Sorel's crusade? Some believe their idleness is clear evidence of their desertion from his cause. They have the capacity for great action, but do little. Others ponder whether desisting from action is actually the best action for them to take, to leave the rest of us the struggle that will enlighten our souls. Now that we rule Keterata, we can show these beings the truth of Jadd and see which side they come down on. So this will give us back the stability, and it will give us enough mandate to at least make it so that we don't have any penalties. Because currently we already have like national unrest, production issues, stuff like that. So it's good to have a mission which automatically recovers it. And then hedonism is also the 50, so no bonuses, no penalties, no nothing. Oh, and for the first time, learnings of an elder. At 108 years of age, Elazar, for the first time, starts, I guess, advancing. So this is perfect, we definitely need to get him up. So I think, I'm not really sure how the hedonism goes, because it evidently, the more of a skill you have, the more hedonism you get. But it doesn't seem to be per point. I assume maybe there are breakpoints at 1, 3, and 6. So let's get military skill to 6. See if that does anything. Plus, I also think we, maybe we could use some more military mana instead of Diplo. So, has that... Okay, I guess we'll let it update and we'll see if that increases at all. Well, okay, that went up to 0.08. I did not expect that. Sure. I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay, this singular command army running around everywhere has really become annoying. Also, supposedly they should have more. So I guess no, they have just split up all over by the looks of it. Okay, they retook that city. Yeah, we need to take this city back. I definitely want to take it in the peace deal. Okay, wiped out another little troop. Okay, they have amassed... They have amassed enough forces on their capital to start unsieging it, so we have to hopefully be a bit... But we should manage to take everything that we need before they can recapture their capital. Okay, here we will take out these forces. Oh, looks like they are returning, perhaps. Also, if we have the manpower, we can take a few fights here or there. Okay, I assume we have to retreat here. They are rocking around again. Bring the other armies down. And then we do potentially need to interrupt them on their capital. But overall, also, how is the call for peace? I would assume, yeah, but still in safe territory. No biggie. Okay, there we go. That's Askasur retaken. Now we need to get this one city. Nice, 35, 30. Oh, but they did also retake their capital just on the exact month. Which means they are again not willing to give as much as I would want. Well, okay, we can get... Oh, this has... Why has this gotten more expensive? Oh, because I guess we did lose... Since we lost hedonism, we did lose 5% admin efficiency. So I guess this has slightly cut into our how much we can take. Okay, we don't take this one random province. And then 1600 gold. Or honestly, we could even... Are they currently capturing anything? No, they're not. We could recapture some provinces and maybe squeeze out a bit of money. Would be nice to squeeze them dry as much as possible. Because even a few percent is a several hundred crowns. And also, at first I thought, like, we wouldn't cause them much economic trouble. But I think at this point even they will have some struggles. They did buy mercenaries, they did buy, well, just a lot of stuff. So I think the economic impact on this entire fighting can't be underestimated for them. Also, it would be... Oh, this is entirely infantry. Well, yeah, it's mercenaries, so we can go and wipe them out. It's entirely mercenaries. 13th, we have to make sure so you stay back for a single day. Oh, they get a disease outbreak on top of that. Yeah, that... Okay, that infantry just gets thrown in the shredder. And the wood chipper you go! Well, still, they don't get wiped out, but they might as well can. Okay, I think we can retake... Maybe retake Hashur, and then I really should just call it. No more... Not much of a point in all of this. And hey, the cork bottle stopper! We'll be able to get some nice wine after this, eh? Wine and glass become slightly more expensive. I think we have some of both, so we stand to benefit. Okay, sure. Let's see, how much more can we pile on? Well, sure, 1800 crowns. Most of the land that I... Well, basically all the land that I had my eyes on. A lot of aggressive expansion, but I think at this point I don't care. I think long already I haven't cared about aggressive expansion. So... Well, seems like this is gonna be the end of it. We beat them down to 100,000. And I'm pretty sure if we look at the ledgers, it will be even worse. Because they have... Oh no, actually they only have 15 mercenaries, so that is legitimate. Oh. And yeah, they... Actually, okay, they have... I guess we did kill a lot of artillery at one point, so the infantry-artillery ratio has actually balanced itself out somewhat. Yeah. I think the main thing is this is the first war where we actually are taking territory from them, so they are actually gonna suffer noticeable enough losses. At least I would like to think that way. Okay, sure. Not quite a 100% destruction as I was aiming for, but I think this is... I can very happily say that this is very much similar to that. 120 power projection. So that's gonna keep us up for some time. So there we go. And look at those losses. 300,000 on our end at the very end. Basically a 50-50 split between attrition and combat. And then their casualties, 700,000. Very much not a 50-50 split. So if we go by actual combat numbers, we inflicted basically 4 times as many casualties as we took. Yeah, obviously a lot of that is going to be things like the Jade March and Ashjakuma and basically all the slave states. But honestly, in the second half of the war, against the command itself, we were also hitting them very hard. Especially, look at those artillery losses. Look at those artillery losses. I'ma take a screenshot of this for memento's sake. Come on. Okay, give me glory. Yes, it's a glorious victory. You know, I dare say it indeed was one. I dare say it indeed was a glorious victory. In 1641. That is the year when the command lay defeated. Their bloody corpses strewn everywhere. And yeah, also, can I just say how little they lost in attrition? Like, I don't know how many buffs they have stacked, but they literally just ignore attrition, basically. Which is cool. It definitely would be useful if we could do something like that, but I think they have some in their, like, inherent ideas. So, not like everyone can do that. So yeah, 120 power projection. Some money. And obviously good chunks of territory. We gain what? That's an additional 4 forts. And these are actually good. These are all on the front line. This one is... Now we have the... Because Tuekdi, this is a river crossing point, so this is very strategically important. And Tugayasa is also a decent amount of just zone of control being exerted around here. Okay, well, god damn. Time to recover a bit. Time to see slightly how things are looking. We need to get the devastation down. And things along those lines. Get our armies out of their territory. Our own boys are now... Actually, with the... I guess with the supply limit increases, we can actually sit in most provinces now with the 30k stacks. Yeah, there are some Thunderfist separatists just bumming about. The Tiger Hobgoblin people have been assimilated. Really? No, I assume more so they are just gone. And the Brown Orcs. Because Tiger Hobgoblins are literally in one province. I guess it's where they have converted and such. Yeah, how goddamn, plus they have built plantations and whatnot. Okay, well, time to start doing stuff. Yeah, Tugayasa is... Because what, Tugayasa had like plus 200? No, it is oracular order. It doubles. The cost for coring it is doubled. Yeah, because they have increased coring cost. National Traditions of Tugayasa. It's a bit weird, because is there... Okay, yeah, I guess there is a actual Tugayasa nation. Well, shame. Damn, 50. However, will we pay for that? Okay, and now we can chill at least for a little bit. Not too long, because we do have manpower, so we can just keep fighting, as a matter of fact. But I think I will simply need time to actually go through everything that we have achieved now and everything that needs doing, needs catching up to. Ooh, 5,000 manpower from the dwarves. Yep, that's a good one. Give me those. Also, we will pick up optimism. Victory is not just one of the battlefield, but also in the drawing rooms. Our advancement of reason makes our people able to shrug off the effects of temporary setbacks and prepare instead for our inevitable victory. That's very much like us. It gives monthly splendor and less war exhaustion. Very nice. And then we only have one more innovative idea that needs picking up, and we can... Oh yeah, we'll be done with that. And that will be very nice. And where are you bozos going? The fight between Mao Huang and the Elephant Command hasn't been very good, seemingly. Oh, and okay, Dahui gobbled up a good part of the Dragon Command. And also, what is this? The Elephant Command has converted to the Jadd. Interesting choices. Well, it won't save you. As a matter of fact, you have taken cities that I need. So I have bad news for you, buddy. I have bad news for you. Okay, caught all of them. So, now that we are at peace for a slight bit, and we are also, again, almost capped out on diplomatic points, but we could pick up decently ahead of time, but we could pick up the next Diplo idea. Wait, how are we already neighbor bonus? Who the hell is... Who around here is at 20? Oh, I guess what, the Prukakins are doing quite well on technology. But where? Oh, because these, I guess they only have one province. They literally have nothing to spend mana on, so they are ahead on tech. I see. Well, you do have a very juicy city. I think we'll be taking that. I do think we'll be taking that very soon. Yeah, first we need to fight the Prukakins. Can I even get all the way up there? Well, we'll see. We have a lot of fighting ahead. So, sure, we'll pick up ahead of... Then again, or do we just develop something? I think if we can't get innovativeness from it, then I don't really see the point of taking it ahead of time. I would say picking up text ahead of time, at least for us in this situation. I only want to do if we can get innovativeness out of it. Or I guess if it's like, I guess military or admin tech, the Diplo tech is just not as important for us, nearly. So I think we can again just dev some provinces. We can just dev some provinces that have good enough resources. Okay, down to 700. Yep. So, also, we do have a load of money. We have a load of money, which we can definitely start investing somewhere. Also, we could do standardized uniforms. I guess how much is our military upkeep? The extra military upkeep would be an additional 10 crowns a month, which we very easily do have, so yeah, just give us standardized uniforms. I do want to try drilling a little bit. And I guess we can do some temple restoration, perhaps. Rebuilding. Oh, actually, we can rebuild the old canals. That only costs 500 or thereabouts. So this is in Bulvar. Bulvar is on a big city, on a big river. Actually, they have 2 rivers passing through, so there is a lot of canals. The canals of the city of Bulvar once connected the 2 branches of the Suran River, the Suran and the Buranun. Over time, however, they have fallen into disrepair. With great funding and effort, we could rebuild these canals, which would surely bring great wealth to Bulvar. So the initial cost is just 500 crowns, so we can definitely start working on that. Dredge the old canals. And also, we definitely do have enough money now that we could start rebuilding the highways, but I guess the current issue is the admin power. which we do also need for the innovative ideas, so it's a bit of a competition. I think one thing we can do is definitely promote some more advisors. Yeah, I will... Again, as you know, stay at level 3. At least a little bit of promotions here and there. Okay, next also the merchants. Sure, you can lose the land of commerce, which they will get a bit uppity, but no worries. Also, the Namsar land rights. Yeah, we can remove those land rights. We have enough governing capacity, and in the end game, that 100 isn't gonna swing it either way. So now at least we can continue getting absolutism up. Okay, now I'm also seeing, where is the Lower Raheni? Oh, there are, okay, so there are some provinces with Lower Raheni down here on the coast, plus the island. Because I'm looking at the fact that we have almost integrated the entire Lower Raheni culture group, and that would be 10 siege ability. Which is huge, but I guess for it we will have to go across the coast, and I guess take this coastline, which I had been planning to do anyways. Okay, there is also another culture which gives 10 idea cost. Which is a bit of a shame. That would be very nice to get early on. At this point, 10% idea cost won't really... But we still have 3 full idea groups. So who are you? Karunyanan. Where are they? Karunyanan. Oh, okay, it is the ones living here along the river. Okay, at least they are in one place. I was worried that they might be all strewn out all over the place, but no, they are just here along the river. So we will get most of it from the Tiger Command. Actually, yeah, one fight with the Tiger Command and then another war with the Command. And that will give us all of these provinces. So that's not that hard to do. So we can most likely get that before we get the next idea group. Horimari give admin efficiency, but the problem with the Horimari is that they are all over Hades, so picking all of them up is a problem. And who else is somewhat reasonable? And useful. Elvish gives 5 discipline, but elves are, I would say, the just most all over the place. So I guess that's goblins. Goblins give less attrition. Yeah, dwarves give artillery combat ability, very good, but good luck getting all the dwarven provinces. I guess the harpies have 10% manpower recovery speed, which would be epic, but also harpies are a problem because I guess we have 2 big groups, then there are some in Hales, which we will get eventually. Okay, some on this coast, which we could get. How many? But then I'm pretty sure... Yeah, there are harpies over in South Aliantir. And, well, us getting there is... Yeah, I'm not sure if that's gonna happen. I'm not sure if that would happen. And plus, I think there still are some, because like harpies are very few. They have like one or two, like just a few provinces per culture, but they're very, very spread out. Okay, what do we have here? Oh. The great project needs workers. The Great Bulwari Canal Restoration, Reconstruction and Expansion project has required the hiring of a great many local laborers. This has resulted in a labor shortage in Bulvar. Your advisors have proposed a number of solutions. Competition only breeds dissent, we will be patient, or bring in the dwarves. It will be done 487 days later or 487 days earlier. Well, I think the dwarves know what they're doing. If we want to get something built, call in the dwarves. So we'll bring them in, even if it causes some slight issues. Okay, then further on with the money, I think some I will keep for the highways, but some we can definitely just start spending. Namely, some forts. I think the fort in... I guess this needs to finish coring. But once it does, it might be worth upgrading that. Highlands, all of this is Highlands. Well, we can upgrade you. We can upgrade this one. Yeah, this place might be the front line for quite a while. Honestly, let me out. Better upgrade all the forts in the Dwarven holds. They are quite... Yeah, especially this one is still only a castle. Also the one in Chorfo. The ones in all of these mountain passages, I think better keep these ones safe. Also, looks like Tarakar has moved their capital. Looks like Tarakar has moved their capital. Which I guess what? It means, I assume it means the Savage Orcs, they basically just have all their development in one province, is basically how they do it. That sure is an approach. Okay, we will build the rail. Oh yeah, right, the Jadd is the true faith. This peace treaty should have ended. We need... yeah, we need these 3 provinces. How is this looking? How is this looking? We don't have... I can't declare... Can I declare a war separately on Krathanor? Okay, I can declare it through them. Ovdaltungur gets automatically co-obliterated, that's fine. So Silver Forge is still the same, doesn't matter much. But they have allied Hehodovar, which is something... I guess I have been... Hold. Ooh, they are... I have been planning to... I have been planning to sort of fight the Hehodovarians, potentially. So... I would prefer to not damage the holds. Though I think, okay, we can definitely start building a spy network. Because I want to potentially pick up some provinces from them. So if we could, yeah, just like separately piece them, take some land, would be potentially good. So okay, that's gonna take a little bit of time. In the meanwhile, I guess we can attack someone else, someone smaller. So I was looking at Prukakin. What's the situation here? So they are getting guaranteed by Mo Huang, which is definitely annoying. And then they are allied with Lot de Kung, Arav Kelin, and Dahui. Ah, shit. This would actually be fighting basically all of Haley's. Because... let's see, yeah. It's basically all the actually meaningful powers of Haley's. Like, we just fought the command, so they are out. This is one power block. The command is one power block, and then these guys are another power block, which is honestly annoying. Mostly annoying because just sieging them all down would be, and separately, just getting them out of the war would be a major pain. But, well, I guess what are our other options? I guess it would be nice to do that with the religious war CB. That would be very nice. I guess we do still have claims here along the coast. So, you are... what's the situation here? You are allied with Eberithil and independence guaranteed by Akashik and Binvarji. If we declare war on just Akashik, that would pull in Bussilar and Sornkost. That's annoying. But at least I think Sornkost can't really get to us. They would have to navally land or something. Bussilar might actually walk over to us, which is a bit more annoying. But they only have 60,000 men. And they're not ahead in technology or anything, so... honestly, is it that much of an issue? I guess it would also have to be a smaller fight where we mostly just, I assume, break their alliances. We break their alliances, maybe take some land. I guess, like, say, take some of these provinces which are very high development. Yeah, that could be something. So, how many armies will we need over there? I guess all just the 4 of you, basically. The 4 of you basically should just handle it fine. Oh, then again, Akashik does have 90,000 troops of their own. They're not exactly sneeze-worthy. So all of you head over to their borders, and then maybe... well, maybe we can just recruit another army. I think maybe we could. We have the money, we have the men, we have the technology. For another army. Yep. And then what was that? 6 cav. 6 cav, that's gonna be another army. Then honestly, you here in the east do some drilling. Why not? We do have more bonuses now. It's, okay, we gain 2 drill a month. So that's quite decent. Whispers of Ascension. Strange tidings have arrived from a far corner of our dominion. A famed inventor, known for his keen intellect, background in mining, and love of fine wine and cheese, has turned his sights to a new field. He seems to be sewing strange, miniaturized flags, seeking to render our great banner in ever smaller replicas. Normally, we would be content to leave such strange minds to their wandering. However, strange rumors have arisen around his endeavors, that they are not simply an eccentric project, but are in fact a question towards some mysterious ascension. Some argue that we should allow this brilliant man his due, and trust that there is a method to what may seem like madness to us lesser minds. Others point to the Day of Ashen Skies as a grim reminder of what can happen when that logic is followed too far, and insist we intervene now before it is too late. Yeah, I don't remember. I remember this event, and I don't. Was it like a village disappeared? I think a village disappeared, maybe, is what happened. Now, I would be intrigued to see if there is a potential positive outcome for the event. And I think it's always just fun, isn't it? Let him be. Let him sue his flags. I want to see what happens. And hello, time's ticking. Welcome back. We are, alas, the war is over. I guess maybe you'll have to catch up with the VOD if you want to see how that went down. But the LDR is, it went quite well. I can't really complain about anything. It was a slight bit messy, mostly with the command just deciding to start run through our land and siege everything. But we caught up to them and basically took a full peace deal. We got the second draft, so we are at basically full manpower. No, well, it's not full manpower, but we are doing good on manpower again. And yeah, I have been looking at what we could potentially do. Only problem is there is a bit of an annoying power block in Hales currently, so I very much want to attack the Prukakins, right? But problem is, not only are they guaranteed by Mo Huang, who is just big, they also are allied to basically everyone else. So this ends up being basically most of Hales that isn't the command in just one alliance. It definitely isn't, like, it's not that we can't beat them, but it's just annoying. Subcontinental wars, yep, basically entire subcontinents. And it's like, it is, like, honestly, it's nothing to sneeze at, because they have decent strength. Obviously, they are separated, so we could just pick them apart, and it wouldn't be much of a problem. But, I think my main plan is I want to do this when we get the Greater Holy War CB. I think that could be very useful, potentially. Because we are very close, because we need... for the Jadd is the true faith, we only need... Oh yeah, plus also we could get the Sunburst there, basically. We have all the most of the prerequisites already. We need only what? We need 3 provinces here, which is very doable. But that is again slightly impeded by the fact that Ovdal-Tungur has allied Hechodovar, which isn't much of a problem in and of itself. Hechodovar is quite weak, but I would potentially like to take some territory from them, and hence I am preparing a spy network. So that brings us around to the fact that while the spy network is being prepared, I'm looking at some other things. Namely, Akasik. We could mostly break some alliances and prepare them for another war. You want to go into the spine? Well, what? We already have territory here when we took Verkal Gulan, and, well, it's good stuff, right? Isn't it? It's the dwarven lands. The goods are gooding. Metals, gold, I think, what? Well, just, yeah, salt, gems, a lot of iron. It's just good stuff. And plus, like, I know it's not the most efficient way to do it, but I just like the spine rot. Ah, yeah, there was the, but if you have your capital on the outside, isn't the rot thing disaster just shut the gates and forget about it a sort of situation? Like, everything that is inside, yeah, gets kind of messed up, but isn't it really just only impactful if you are actually the dwarves or the goblins living in the mountains? Isn't it a relatively... It's in the spine, so you get rebels and stuff. Well, okay, some rebels. Yes, well, we kill them. Same as we do with literally everything. I like the dwarves pillaging their capital to boost my capital. Well, yeah. Well, no, I don't know. I just I think, well, we already have a foothold. We already have territory in here, so I don't know. If we had nothing, I would think okay, but we already hold something. Plus, which of these was, like, there are some of the holds do have coal, and I know some of the other provinces also maybe haven't looked at it, but I don't know. Plus, also, I just want to paint the map. What can I say? I just want to paint the map, and this is right here next to us. We need to get it. We need to get it. My grubby hands. I need to pick it up. Same way that I sort of want to start conquering Sarhal, but I think that will only be really a good option once we get again the Holy War CB. Also, we need to build some buildings. We need to build us some buildings. Well, another Damestier deposit has been exhausted. At least we get silk instead. Oh, that's a 23 dev province. Okay, that's a shame. Holy War CB is basically imperialism. Yeah, it's basically, well, this isn't just the basic Holy War CB. What I'm looking at is the Blade of Light mission, which gives us the greater Holy War. So I guess that's imperialism, but we just get a good CB against basically everyone, because except for the Elephant Command, who I saw has funnily enough converted to the Jadd, everyone else is something different still, right? So so that's that basically. So that would just be a very nice CB against everyone, and then we can be a bit more liberal with where we declare all our wars. Okay, now some buildings. I guess courthouses. We do have to build courthouses. Let's see. We'll build until we have. Screw it. Let's go down to 3k. 3k in the bank. Okay, yeah, the great highways. I do want to wait with the highways. First, we finish up innovative ideas, then we start building highways. Just literally all of them. And then we'll finally have some roads across the empire. Also, I think, okay, maybe it is time I should start. Maybe it's time to finally assign some trade company provinces. I still haven't done this, but honestly, yeah, wasting time, but just wasting resources by not turning them into ones. So, I guess there is a bunch of estuaries here, so all of these just automatically go into the trading company. The Gulf of Rachen Charter. So... all of you... I guess there is a world port. Oh, then I guess this is the... I guess true, this is the big cool city. Now, I'm not quite sure... I'm not quite sure how I want to do it with, like, the... I don't know, the actual... like, good cities, because obviously, like... Sramaya does have a lot of the power, so I think maybe I should add them to the trade... to the trade company. I guess maybe... Then again, it is stated. So I think that's a bit of a... It is stated, plus it's a seat of the exemplary. I'm not quite sure how that would work out. But honestly, places like Sarkashabid... Okay, this is also stated, which is a bit of a shame. Okay, you can definitely go in. And I guess what some of these random provinces with the Golden Highway, because the Golden Highway does give... Oh, okay, I thought it gave a bit... I thought it gave flat trade power, at least a bit. I guess it doesn't. I guess it doesn't. I guess we'll have to wait for that. This city... Why does it... Okay, I guess you aren't stated, so sure, we'll put you... You also have a market town. Sure, get in there. Get in there. Yeah, I guess... Okay, I guess for now I'll leave it at that. At least some of them are assigned. And I guess I'll have to decide what to do with the big cities or not do with them later on. At least something. Something is getting done. And I guess we do have the trade company investments. I'm not sure I want to worry about them right now. Oh, Ameyon has internal conflicts. Oh, boo, that's sad for them. I thought they were looking like they're doing quite well. Evidently, I guess they're not doing well. Drake's Guard is, though. I guess Vern is. Just period. They are colonizing quite nicely for themselves. Okay, what's this? Military development. Elizar I has undertaken a set of measures to reform the military system of our country. The tactical innovations include shallower and broader formations to maximize firepower, cross-training between the army branches, and light, highly mobile field artillery. The new tactical doctrine is based on firepower and mobility, eschewing heavy artillery and slow-moving tertios. Damn right. It's time for some maneuver warfare. I think this is pretty much based on what? On Gustav Adolf, I think. I think he was the one who like first really did all these Swedish military modernizations. But okay, what can we get? We can get either 10 army tradition or 20k manpower. So I think we are... Okay, we are almost... I have... Actually, quite impressive that we are almost maxed on army tradition, even with the +2 decay from the Canorian martial culture. But I have to say, 10 army tradition is good, but... meanwhile, 20k manpower is 20k manpower. That is what, 2 years? That is 2 years worth, basically. Or no, actually it's... I guess actually it's more like just 1 year's. Maybe the army tradition would actually be better. It would take like 3 years for that tradition to decay. Honestly, sure, yeah, give me the army tradition. It is not all that easy to get. Okay, plus this army seems to be... Yeah, they're in Bolvar. Okay. Money is moneying, manpower is manpowering, everything's going up. Very cool. And okay, looks like with the territory that we took from the command, we actually now have... the just trading in porcelain permanently. And whereas previously I wouldn't have... Also, okay, yeah, an honorable people... Get some more points, sure. At first, I wouldn't really have... I didn't care about the porcelain at all when it gave us legitimacy. But now that it gives hedonism, which actually is much more important than legitimacy was, having the +1 is very neat. And I guess, yeah, we did take... Well, we did literally take one of the many porcelain cities along the river coast here. Yeah. So, no wonder that we have trading in it. I guess by how much? Or we control 33% of the porcelain trade. That much? I guess. That means if we take this city, which is also a porcelain city, we will control what? And then I guess these ones as well. I think we'll end up with like 50% porcelain trade without even going further into Haley's. So that sure sounds fun. Also, okay, we can get military tech 20 ahead of time. That will give us also some innovativeness. I think that's very much worth it, because military tech 20 is more combat with. it's 0.5 infantry fire, which is basically a 50% increase to infantry fire. It's massive. And we also get new artillery. With development of new bastions, engineers began to improve the art of positioning them to channel attacking armies into specially prepared killing grounds, where the defenders could inflict maximum amount of casualties on their enemy. Yes, indeed. So... new cannons. What's the effective change? So either howitzers or swivel cannons. Damn, the howitzer... the howitzer literally doesn't have a description. Okay, yeah, it... okay, the howitzer literally... I guess they have changed the descriptions to have some Anbenar relevant flavor text. And I guess some just didn't get any. So, the howitzer is... okay, the difference is minuscule. Either you get more even morale, or you get a lot of offensive morale, but no defensive. Which actually, looking at... okay, so the actual stats don't really change. It's mostly the morale. The morale is very heavily impacted. And yeah, we will definitely go offensive. It also makes sense in our, like, tactics that we use very light, very mobile cannons. Okay, swivel cannons it is. Okay, you I will send over north. Okay, you two, please stop sitting on each other again. Magic study slows. I just spent some effort. Okay, so that's... I honestly... We should... okay, I actually do need to capitalize as much as possible on that military tech advantage. Because, well, yeah. Okay, also looks like what Mo Huang... okay, Mo Huang finished their fight with the Tiger Command. Is that still in the deal list? No, I guess it's a bit too old already. So what realistically changed around here? It doesn't look like they took a whole lot. Admittedly, I think the Elephant Command was fighting back very fiercely. Oh no, I guess I can just look at core. No, those aren't even... yeah, I guess they... looks like it might have just been a white piece or something along those lines. Which is fine by me. Okay. Okay, so even with the new army stack, we're still making good money. Lose some Diplo. We have some disloyal cookies. I think we could do a diet again and then seize some land, maybe. So how is... okay, absolutism is... okay-ish. The Rebellion Society has finally arrived in our territory. Well, I guess this is just a rough start. So, Okay, actually, this reminds me... Okay, I almost had forgotten about it, so... The next institutions with manufactories, I think we last time did discuss that. We do have a decent chance of spawning it for us in Ovdal Tungur, which... It would be nice if we could spawn it somewhere further in our, like, core territory. But if we just spawn it to begin with, that's very useful. So the only thing that we really needed to adjust is, I think, develop one of these provinces, because this is 24, that's good. And then this one is only 9 development, which we could pump that up quite easily. We have excess diplomatic power, and I guess we will have some excess military power now as well. So I have to remember we save up a little bit of military simply to counterbalance the Diplo, and we will only need, what, 6 clicks? Shouldn't be expensive. Also, okay, we can start converting the command lands since some of the cores are finishing. So that's gonna start draining money again. That's gonna start draining some money again, at least the big important cities. Okay, looks like the military is arriving, so... Might as well, I will take... Kalur as the war goal. Do they have any forts? They literally don't have a single fort in their territory, I think. Which is funny. Problem is, though, we won't get a lot of war score. I will almost have to go and fight Busilar myself. But, well, okay, I guess the main goal is just to break their alliances. So doesn't really matter. You two, keep the drill going. Keep the drill going. You're nowhere near the front. So... I'll get in there. Oh, also, where is my navy? Oh yeah, this navy is in port. They have always been in port. I always remember about them, then I forget about them, then I again remember that they're not doing anything. I also have a, I don't know, do I want to do it or do I not want to do it? At some point, I have had considerations about picking up, like, naval ideas, simply to actually make a navy that can do something in Canor. Because there is a lot of coastline, there are some very important islands that we will need to take. It would be nice if we could actually do something naval. Plus, I think we will have a mission to actually build a proper navy. So... Okay, they are sailing a transport fleet down the coast. Okay, that's... Oh, that is the Sornkost. That's the Sornkost Navy. Well, okay, we can... I did not expect them to come here so soon. I guess we will send 2 stacks to combat them. They don't have a good general, so that helps. No, wait, that's the admiral. I want to see the actual military. Well, we can't, I guess. Okay, also rebels. I assume rebels in the east. Yes. I guess we will stop drilling on one of our armies. They will then be on rebel duty. Okay, so these bozos are landing in Keterata. Yeah, I wanna see... You're stuck now, boys. You're stuck now. How they... Okay, they do have a 4-4 general. They don't have a lot of frontline, though. I feel like they're gonna go down the same way that the command did. Namely, just not having a frontline and then the artillery just proceeds to die. The command learned that the hard way. Also, this is a marsh, so that will be a nice penalty. Okay, there we go. Some separatists. And okay, finally our missionaries have work to do. They have been idle for quite a while. Okay, well, we have to make sure that the good general gets in first, so you wait a little bit. Okay, that's them. Oh, what's this? Tarakar got something. Isolated no more. Old Dvarov collapsed over centuries. It was terrible. It was tragic. It was doomed. Certainly, it was no wonder that Empire's fall also brought down the Marhold Tunnel. But that was millennia ago. Oh, so this is just the Marhold Tunnel has been rebuilt. But just as we have seen light and life return to the Serpent Spine, that grand gateway to Eskan has finally been restored. Much trade now flows between our mountain home and the fields of Castanor. Okay, so yeah, the Marhold. I would have thought that the Marhold tunnel should have been restored some time ago already. Well, I guess maybe the AI is only getting to it now. More importantly, we have a fight going on here. Ooh, yeah. Well, yeah, that looks like that military Tech 20 is definitely working. Well, there goes the entire Sornkost military. We didn't quite do it without losses, but... Well, all things considered, lost 10,000. They lost, like, 40. Yeah, about that. Yeah, 46,000 from Sornkost. Well, good job, guys. Moonhaven. They tell us of tea and sugar. Well, would you look at that? Tea and sugar is popular now. Isn't that nice? The invention of tea is often disputed between the precursor elves and the people of Yanshen. Recently, however, its cultivation in newly rediscovered Alientir, combined with the massive sugar plantations now found throughout the ruined isles, has led to tea increasing in popularity like never before, now being enjoyed regularly by the rich and poor alike, and by all the races of the world. I do like tea. I do like myself a good tea. Whoopsie daisy, that's the entire Akashic military. Not a lot of generals, though. Not a lot of generals. And okay, we can pick up... I guess we might as well we can finish up innovative ideas with expanded policies, which will give us one free policy everywhere, which is actually very good, because we already are taking less admin power. So, yeah, policies are essential for the direction and the future of our country. We should invest and expand into the legal code of our realm so we can maintain policies easier. Definitely. And also we'll get advisor cost -20, which means I will most likely promote everyone one more level. So we get the policies. And yeah, plus we get the policies. So time to look at this. Modern siege weapons is just definitely... Thanks to our diligent engineers, we can field even more powerful siege weapons. So 10 siege ability, 1 raw siege pip on everyone. Love it. And then also, I don't really care for the Espionage Act. Another diplomat would be cool, but we already have a decent amount of admin policies and they are fighting for the slots. So, and plus I think, well, production efficiency 20% is just a lot of money. That's just a lot of money, the Combination Act. Every measure has been taken to prevent future strikes. All unlawful formations of trade or labor unions are henceforth prohibited. Oh, I thought this would be that we are more efficient. Because, like, it's innovative ideas. I assumed we would, like, make better production chains. Alas, it's not quite as positive. It's just, get to work, you lazy bums. I guess that explains the aristocratic idea part. Well, what can I say? Everyone has to labor in the name of Sorel. And if it is your God-given duty to be a laborer, well, you better get to it. Okay. So, actually, I guess we'll see how much will that actually impact our income, because currently we get 130 from production, 130 from trade. Okay, that's at least easy to remember. We'll see by how much that 20% will actually increase it. Okay, keep on going. Maybe I could even avoid their army. I don't think I necessarily need to fight it. I think more so, yeah, I just want to break the alliance with Sornkost and Busilar. Maybe take like 1 or 2 provinces. But that should be about it realistically. So you are the 5, so you head on over to the capital. Okay, what other separatists? The Tugayasi separatists. Ah, yes, they are coming around. In all of these lands. Let's walk in there. So... Hey, having fun down there? Sitting in a desert with 100,000 troops? I would doubt that I doubt that that's fun. But, well, who am I to say? Okay, also we are building this up, so let's make some claims. Fabricate claims on areas. I guess Segdir itself would be cool. Or we just go from this. I guess Segdir would go a long way in controlling the trade that goes through the middle Dvarovar. How is it? It will be a shame. We'll have to break it a bit. But... Segdir is these provinces. I guess sure, we'll just make... Honestly, we'll just make as many claims as we can. So, Segdir... Next would be 32. Okay, so next month we'll be able to get another... And then maybe... I doubt I will even take this much territory. Okay, Great Cavern or Goblin Grotto. Which is which? Okay, this is the Great Cavern, and then this is the Goblin Grotto. Why is it called Goblin Grotto? Well, I assume there's a grotto and goblins live in it. And some trolls, too. Well, sure, we will... Just give me claims on the Great Cavern. And keep building the spy network. They have forts. We will have to siege those, so the spy network will be good and useful either way. And okay, once we finish this fighting, I guess it will be time to do the fight with Vovdaltungur and the dwarves. And then we will again turn around and go eastward. Okay, that was a very RNG lucky capital capture. So, but it doesn't look like... Well, okay, no, they are... Okay, they're barely just willing to accept a white piece. I guess, yeah, annuling these treaties is gonna be a big old pain. Well, actually, we need what? We need 15 more points. I guess I will actually have to fight their army. But yeah, they don't have the best of generals. And what is their tech? They are military tech 19. They have offensive and quantity. They don't really have anything for quality. So we should be able to crush their armies quite reliably, honestly. Now that I think about it. Yeah. Also, I like the fact that they have fort defense in their literally in their traditions, and they don't have a single fort. Like, who is their military? Like, who is advising them on defensive tactics? Because I don't think they get it. Also, they are trying to get on a ship. They're trying to run away on a ship. Well, maybe if they manage... Oh, they pulled out their general. Okay, and now we can just catch an army that doesn't have a general, doesn't have anything. Even if they are in defensive terrain, that is horrible. My god. What were they thinking? What were they thinking? That wasn't very strategically sound, I will say. That wasn't very strategically sound. Okay, so now they have 30,000 men embarked, and they're also not doing a whole lot. Now we just catch this army. We catch this army, and, well, I don't know, then they won't have anything on the ground. Unless they want to ship it over somewhere and land it. But... well, looks like they're very much still sitting there. Also new tech. Ah, we can get Diplo tech again. 800... no, actually I will save up a little bit of Diplo. Oh, and dredging the old canals. Recently, the laborers finished dredging the abandoned canals that once connected the two branches of the Suran River through the city of Bulvar. Some barges are now able to transit the city, leading to an increase in trade. However, the constant loading and unloading of portage around the derelict locks and lifts limits how much trade the canals can reasonably support. So yeah, it's a... if I remember correctly, the canals of Bulvar do give only very small bonuses, everything considered, so it's only 2 trade power and 2% trade steering currently. But that's because it's a multi-step process. Because, yeah, once we... the next step will be more expensive, and that will be... I think, like, yeah, repairing the... basically repairing the locks and everything so that ships can actually start freely passing in and out and about. Oh, where are you going, bozo? I'm coming for you. Okay, more, yep, on the castle, so clear that out. Okay. Where are you going? Why are you running? Why are you running? Actually, how the hell are they running? They only have 2 maneuver. How the hell are they running so good? Well, they ran there last. They ran there last. Yeah, the fire phases are quite something. So that is... they still have the 30,000 which they are just keeping on their ships. Oh no, or are they? Oh, they're shipping them along. They're shipping them along. Maybe they are planning to land somewhere. I do wonder where they are headed, though. Oh. One Lisna. Well, okay, yeah, that's a bit of a long way to walk for us. Also looking at this... okay, we can already piece them out and break their alliances, so that would be mostly just what I want. But it would be nice, it would be very nice to pick up some provinces, because they are very high development. So if we could just reduce how much we have to take in the next war, that would be very nice. Okay, some of the Dvarov roads are getting restored. Managing the rails. Constructing the rails can take a toll on one's mind and body. Maybe it's time we delegate the effort to our capable builders. Oh, this is just the railway construction. Never bother me again. Not be not. Okay, sure. Just let me think about it. We don't have that many railways. We won't be seeing that pop up too often. If I have to see it a few times, not exactly end of the world. Okay, some migrations again. Sure, that's a province of silk. What are these? This is 14 development. This is 33 development. And it's a world port. I didn't even see that this is a world port province. Well, I do want to capture it, potentially. So, we control quite a bit of land. And we need 2 more points, and we could take it. Okay, I guess first of all, you... Now you can actually go down here. And okay... Oh, we can cross over. Why did they decide to not stay in the strait? They could have stayed in the strait and at least forced me to take the 2 penalty. Do I want to just attack them with this single army? Yeah, I think I do. Damn, even with absolutely abysmal rolls, they have a terrible general. And that just worked out. No, they regained some morale. Well, that morale didn't do them good. Okay, so now they are... Because they literally have no army, so we can pick up some stuff. Okay, yeah, we could squeeze out another coastal province. That's very nice. Because these are... Because this one is also how much development? 24. You know, like some of the cities here are... This is... How many world ports do they have? 1, 2... I guess I can actually look at it better here. I guess, they have 3 world ports in there. I guess they are all about trade. That's their thing. Sure, give me all of that. Thanks a lot. Now, I think that... Did it get... Yeah, okay, it did get downgraded because we are at our capacity as far as world trade centers are considered, so... A bit of a shame. But, well, it is what it is. Oh yeah, also, I only now remembered to take a look at how much the 20 trade efficiency increased our income. So it did give us like 20 production and then 10 trade. So yeah, very nice. 30 total income extra. Now, with that done, time to again... Next war. Next war. The machine never stops. The machine never stops. And I guess, as I said, of Daltungur, most likely, I guess, except we declare on Krathanor instead of Daltungur. So them, of Daltungur, Silverforge, I don't care, and then Hechodovar. Okay, wait, Hechodovar is... Oh, I think they are guaranteed by Tarakar, aren't they? Yeah, for whatever reason, Tarakar is guaranteeing the independence of Hechodovar. So that's... And I'm not quite inclined to fight them. They are big. They have a lot of stuff. So actually, all the claims on Hechodovar are a slight bit pointless. Well, at some point we will have to break them. Either way, I think they're just too big to be left alive. Also, they are a rival. So, okay, that does change plans ever so slightly. It means we won't conquer anything from Hechodovar, I guess. Which is fine. It's fine. So, how many armies will we need to distribute where? I guess Krathanor, we need to give one army. I guess, like, okay, 3 armies to handle this front. Hechodovar, I guess, like, 3 armies to handle them. Okay, that roughly should check out, so... 1, 2... Okay, so I guess... you... And then you 2... We will send over to deal with everything here. Meanwhile, you 2... can head on over. You're gonna be doing stuff with Hechodovar. And I guess, do we send over 1 army from the east? We could do... Also, the one that has drilled. You can be sent over, meanwhile you stay protecting... You stay guard against potential uprisings still. Okay. No shit, actually, I didn't even notice it's almost 5 already. Damn. I guess today it really just flew by. A lot of wars in relatively quick succession, I guess. So, yeah... Okay, more study progress, religious stuff. Oh shit, what's that? Readjusting my headphones so I'm... all those pop-ups. Why do all the pop-ups happen when I'm readjusting my headphones? Come on. Let me catch a break. Nobles demand privileges. Yeah. No, you don't get any privileges. Shut up. Let the Divine Herald explain why they never had those rights to begin with. And the cult has been wiped out. Nice. And Deshak has adopted a religion. That's good. That's a very expensive place. We won't have to convert that ourselves. Very nice. Very nice. No, wait, actually you... Where are you? I was meant to send you there. Moving. 3 knowledge recyclers. Knowledge recyclers will give us money. Oh, we get 15 government reform progress. Very nice. We will make the priests happy. That's a lot of pop-ups. Okay, also we are getting a lot of money once again. Which honestly, maybe it's time to pick up the Blessed River mission. So what was this little mission tree here? So I have been just waiting on this one because, oh, it's not only 5,000 crowns, it's also admin and diplo. And the Suran River province group gets just 10% local goods produced until the end of the game, which is good. Plus there is a slight chance that when we develop in the area, we get an extra freebie development point. Which is fine in and of itself. And then what? Founding of Jeddanzar, which is another 2,000 and more admin. Which, I guess, yeah, it opened up... It opened up Sarayend, or, well, now would be Jeddanzar as a capital. I think it did have some military bonuses, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, we get... Actually, yeah, we do get the decisions to upgrade the city, which I think included mostly military. There was a military academy, there was a wall, and something else. Though they all were a bit meh. And yeah, we also... The final mission is... Yeah, Surrealic Barracks, Herald's Wall, and Jeddanzar Academy. And then at the end we unlock a unique mercenary company. So, if I remember correctly, the Surrealic Guard was like a mercenary company which consisted of 5 infantry. So it was utterly useless. Maybe they have changed it, I don't know. But okay, I will still wait on this, because I think instead I want to save up admin and start building the highways. We are walking quite a lot around here, so I really want my speed bonus. I want some speed. Give me some speed. We'll almost have converted everything we captured from the gnolls. Not the gnolls, hobgoblins. The goblins. They're crazy. They're goblins. Hey, horse race time. So, who do we want this time around? Eeny, miny, mo. Who have we captured recently? Who could be a good... An Akalshesi jockey on a Keteratan mount? I think they have done well previously. Sure. And all the money, obviously. The Amazivan horse race. Whee! The referee whistles, and the racers are off. At the start of the race, no jockey can go much further than any other, but Red seems to have a slight lead. In this kind of race, the jockeys really get the occasion to show their skills by gaining slight advantages. White and blue seem to be the best at this, while Red's previous lead seems to have just been a fluke. And then nearing the end of the race, most jockeys are still quite close to each other. Okay, so it's really neck to neck, this one. When suddenly White breaks off from the pack and recklessly charges forward. The rest of the racers see this and hurry their horses forward in a desperate attempt at victory. Although White tries to use his sudden acceleration to win the race, Purple does manage to steal the victory from him. Damn that one. Close behind them, Blue arrives at the same time as Orange. Further behind arrives in the last place, Red. Okay, so we were just middle of the pack. It is a bit sad because I did want to put Purple. And also White, who ended up being number 1 and number 2. But, oh well. start breaking you up a bit. Okay, both of you have 4 siege. So, with minority. Actually, it is very much close to 5 o'clock today. So I think maybe, okay, maybe we will be ready for the next war, but I think for today, let's just do some housekeeping. Let's see what options we have for next time, and I think I'm gonna be calling it, because I doubt we'll have time to really wrap up anything properly today. So what's gonna be the goal for next time? So we have the war against the dwarves and Krathenor lined up. This will allow us to complete the Jadd is the True Faith. Well, we will have to convert it, but that will be a quick deal. So that will give us 2 tolerance of the True Faith, which is very nice, means unrest is gonna be even less of an issue. And then that will also automatically complete the Blade of Light, which will give us our very cool Casus Belli, which we can start using against everyone. And then also I just need a Quartermaster to quickly swap in, and we can get the Sunburst for some military power, which is going to be even more siege ability and some raw artillery fire, which is nice. But mostly the siege ability. Mostly I'm looking at the siege ability. Also, this reminds me I did want to promote the advisors, since they are very cheap now. Okay, yeah, and we did get a nice, we did get a nice 50% cheaper spy network advisor who we could promote. But I guess the trade efficiency one is just better. We make a lot of money off of trade currently. So yeah. Honestly, do I want to promote the admin guy? I think, yeah, let's promote the admin guy up to 5. We have so many discounts that it's not too much of an issue. And then also 7,000 in the bank again. We are starting to make money at a very good pace. Which means time for more constructions. Which makes me think, where is that mission for courthouse construction? Okay, we have 50 in Rachen, so we need 50. We need some more in Bolvar. I would like to get that mission done. So I guess what the best... Alas, I think most of them are getting built in Rachen, since we just have more developed provinces over there. But I think that's what we can use some time on. I just want to manually hunt down some of the higher dev provinces that we have lying around here. I guess, yeah, it looks like everything is mostly only -2 around here, instead of, I assume... actually, Verkal Gulan doesn't have... How the hell does Verkal Gulan not have... Huh? Wait, just to make sure. I am building courthouses, yeah. Okay, some there, some there. Okay, so actually everything is 3. Oh, actually we don't even have that many provinces where we could reduce by 3. Oh, no, we do. Well, doesn't matter. Just spam. I honestly should pay less attention and just spam them in. Sure, we can do that along the rivers here. Okay. And then, that's 3. I guess we can go down to like 4K or something. Okay, 2 more 3s. Okay, let's leave it at that. Okay, that's another good batch of courthouses getting built. It's hopefully enough for the mission. I didn't really count it. But yeah, we'll see. So the next time we will start off with the Dwarven fight. And then what's after that? I think the Tiger Command needs cleaning up. They are allied with the... Okay, yeah, the Elephant... Okay, the Elephant Command is massively in depth, and I don't think they will be shaking that off anytime soon. So we could definitely just yoink the Tiger Command. I'm pretty sure we can take everything that they... Yeah, we can take everything that they have, which is mostly a few random provinces here and there, then this little splodge. Oh, there actually is a city in here. I didn't even see this city. I guess I lost it in the midst of everything. So, okay, there is one good city in here. And then obviously they still hold the rest of Sarisung, which ironically enough isn't even that good, except for the core of it. But getting all of Sarisung is definitely gonna be good. So, yeah, the Tiger Command. And then it does look, okay, Prukakin is killing off Kabet Telani, so that's gonna reduce how many people we have to fight. Where are our claims? Okay, yeah. We will have to fight the Elephant Command as well. They are... Wait, they are... Oh, they are guaranteed by Mo Huang. That's interesting. But that could also be extremely useful, because I think if we decide to... Okay, yeah, Guvamud. I guess this time around it also helps us that Guvamud is in depth, because they're not willing to join Mo Huang. Okay, so by the looks of it, I will have to hold off on fighting Prukakin for some time. Instead, we will pick apart all their allies. I guess mostly Mo Huang, they're the big meaningful one. We will pick them apart, we can even take some land. We do have claims here. Okay, yeah. So I guess next time TLDR, some fights with the dwarves, and a lot of fighting in the east. That's what it's gonna be again. And then we have a peace treaty with the command until 55. Yeah. Though I think we don't have any claims anymore on them, which is a bit of a shame. But, well, we'll see about it. I guess that's roughly that. A very successful day, dare I say. So... Yeah, also 5 years until the next debate. That's very nicely shaping up. And then, yeah, I guess that's that for today. Back on Wednesday, I assume, if everything goes according to plan. And yeah, I guess, again, thanks everyone that decides to stop by, or did stop by. And yeah, see you next time then. Bye-bye.